Today we are going to study General Electric case study. So these are the industry or the sectors in which General Electric has their presence: finance, business, and consumer, energy, electrical distribution, consumer electronics, appliances, and aviation. Thomas Edison founded Edison Electric Light Company in 1878. So in the picture you can see Edison Electric Light Company, and you can also see the founder Thomas Edison, and you can also see their company, and it was founded in 1878. The company which soon changed its name to General Electric. So you can say General Electric is founded by Thomas Edison, or the founder of General Electric is Thomas Edison. It became an early pioneer in light bulbs and electrical appliances and served the electrical needs of various industries such as transportation of electricity, utilities of electricity, manufacturing of electricity, and broadcasting. So as they are the innovator of the electricity, that's why it is obvious that they were selling the electrical products. GE became the acknowledged pioneer in business-to-business marketing in the 1950s and 1960s under the tagline "Progress is our most important product." So GE started focusing on B2B business, and that time their slogan was "Progress is our most important product." So their vision was to uh, progress, to do lot of research and development, and go for the innovation as maximum as possible and remain at the top of technology. As the company diversified its business to business product lines in 1970s and 1980s, it created new corporate campaign including Progress for People and We Bring Good Things to Life. So GE company was started by Thomas Edison, and innovation is the culture at GE, and they were very curious. They were very focusing. They were very much focusing on inventing new products and new appliances. So it was their value. Innovation and research is was in their value. In 1981, Jack Welch succeeded Richard Jonas as GE's eighth CEO. Jack Welch was the one who took GE from $15 billion to $500 billion. So he was the key person in GE's history, and we have a lot of respect for this Jack Welch for his vision. During Wells' 2 decades, that is 20 years of leadership, he helped grow GE from American manufacturer into global services giant, and increased the company's market value from 12 billion in 1981 to 280 billion in 2001, making it the world's most valuable corporation at that time. So 280 billion is almost the economy of the small countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, and it is almost 10% of the India's economy. So you can imagine the scale of sales or the revenue General Electric is making for USA, United States of America. That's why Jack Welch's performance is has importance, huge importance in the economy of the USA, as well as in the history of General Electric organization. And there are a lot of case study, there are a lot of research paper written on the Jack Welch performance and his management. Over the years, GE has exhibited a keen understanding of the business market and the business buying process by putting itself in the shoes of its business customer. So GE was the company who used to think from customer perspective, what customer will face the problem in the future, and they started working on that, and they used to provide solution to their customers. For example, the company understands that buying an aircraft engine is multi-million-dollar expenditure that doesn't end with the purchase. So once that aircraft engine is purchased and deal is not over, you have to provide maintenance, you have to provide training, you have to provide spare parts, you have to provide a lot of things. Maybe the knowledge you how to maintain it in a good condition, and also keep on monitoring the performance of that particular engine. So a lot of things uh, are required apart from the product, that is aircraft engine. You have to provide lot of servicing, maybe consultancy service, maintenance service, then providing spare parts, taking monitoring that engine. So a lot of things are there. So they understood that post sale service is also equally important in their business. So they also prepared the next generation engine, which used to reduce 15% lower fuel burn. Then it has more than 2 million flight cycles in service, 15% fewer CO2 emission, then 12 million flight hours accumulated, more than 12 million flights hours that engine can fly. Then 1900 engines order they received. Then more than 1300 plus engine were there in service, and that powers Boeing 787 Dreamliner and Boeing 747 8 aircraft. So they were at the peak of their performance in those days. Customers, the airlines, face substantial maintenance costs to meet FAA guidelines and ensure reliability of the engine. So there were strict pollution control standards. So to meet those standards, GE used to help these airlines services. In 1999, GE pioneered a new pricing option called Power by Hour, giving customers an opportunity to pay a fixed fee each time they run the engine. So they used to give that engine on the rent, and whenever they start engine, that time only they have to pay for that. In return, GE performs all the maintenance and guarantees the engine's reliability. When demand for the air travel is uncertain, Power by the Hour provides GE's customers with a lower cost of ownership. So they also started giving engines on the rent, and they started charging the fees only for the hours of use, the time they use that engine only, because these engines are very much costly and airline services were not in position to purchase such a huge priced engine. In 2003, GE and its new CEO Jeffrey Immelt faced a fresh challenge: how to promote its diversified brand with unified global message. So GE was having huge product portfolio, huge product line. So they were in a dilemma that how to have one positioning, just one unique positioning for all their products. A source at GE explained Immelt wants advertising that is more high-tech, more innovative, and contemporary, something that will make GE looks more advanced out in front. So they were having thousands of products, and one single line which will describe the organization is very difficult, and that's why that CEO Immelt was looking for. So after 24 years and 1 billion in financial support, GE dropped its signature slogan, "We bring good things to life," for the new tagline, "Imagination at Work," highlighting its renewed focus on innovation and new technology. So they reposition themselves, they drop the old tagline and they come up with the "Imagination at Work." And it shows that they are focusing on innovation and technology. The award-winning new campaign promoted units such as GE aircraft engine, medical system, plastics, focusing on the breadth of the company's product offerings, and it got results. So new positioning started getting acceptance and brand awareness increased, brand building help it helped brand building also, and they started earning more revenue. Research indicates GE is now being associated with the attributes such as being high-tech, leading-edge, innovative, contemporary, and creative. Now, customers' brand image, brand perception also increased. Customers started having positive image about GE, and customer thought that GE is a high-tech company, it is cutting-edge, leading-edge company, it is innovative company, it is contemporary, modern company, advanced technology company, and also at the same time it is creative company. Stated Judy Hu, GE's general manager for global advertising and branding. In addition, survey respondents continue to associate GE with some of its traditional attributes including trust and reliability. So at the same time, it was a reliable company and trustworthy company. In 2005, GE evolved the campaign into a company-wide initiative that continues today, Eco Imagination. So they again come up with a new slogan, Eco Imagination. So ecology plus imagination is Eco Imagination. It shows that they were not creating any pollution, they were not damaging the environment. Eco Imagination highlighted the company's efforts to develop environmentally friendly green technologies such as solar energy, lower emission engines, and water purification technologies. GE initially set several aggressive goals for a new initiative, including doubling the revenue from eco-imagination products to 20 billion in 5 years and promoting to reduce greenhouse gas emission by 1% within 7 years. Now everybody knew that because of greenhouse gas emission there are lot of problems going to happen in the future to the world, to all the countries. So they started working on to produce green products which will not harm environment. So they started they kept 5 years target to take these green products from 10 million to 20 million. The company believed then and still believes that embracing innovation around eco imagination is critical to its growth. So next future is ecological products, green products. Immelt made some strategic restructuring. Immelt, that is CEO, made some strategic restructuring decisions that helped the company survive the worldwide recession of 2008 and 2009 and also helped shift it even more in B2B direction. So their CEO took some decision, because of that they could able to survive in 2008 and they started going focusing more towards B2B segment. GE removed from 11 divisions to 5 and sold off some of its consumer-focused business, including 51% of NBC Universal sold to Comcast. So they wanted to work on few business than expanding to more business which they cannot able to handle, or they want to stop loss-making businesses. This shift allowed the company to spend more resources on innovation, green initiatives, and its growing business, such as power generation, aviation, medical imaging, and fuel cell technology. GE understood that it needed another huge initiative to help pull conglomerate out of its current poor financial situation. So GE was under financial problem and they wanted some investment happen to come out of that poor financial situation. Management believed there was a huge growth potential in affordable healthcare around the world. As a result, company embraced 6 billion company-wide initiative called Healthy Imagination. The business strategy aimed at growing GE's healthcare business by providing innovative solutions to more people around the world, and the company launched an integrated marketing plan for it. So they decided that we should enter into the health business, and uh, there is a more scope. We can earn a lot of revenue. So they started Healthy Imagination, and they started working towards that in that area. GE's B2B marketing savvy has helped it lock in the top position in the Financial Times world's most respected companies ranking for years. The company's in-depth understanding of each of its business markets has kept its B2B marketing strategies progressive, relevant, and effective. So in B2B marketing, they were growing. So in the picture, you can see the lesson from Jack Welch, because it helped GE to grow from 30 billion or 13 billion dollar to 500 billion dollar in just 20 years. In addition, its global marketing campaign helps keep brand equity strong. In addition, its global marketing campaign helps keep brand equity strong. So global positioning, globally it became very big brand. GE was ranked 6th in the Interbrand or Business Week's top 100 global brands report with the brand value of 45 billion, and this value is very huge. This amount is very huge. Brand value, having brand value 45 billion dollar is not a small thing. G brand is what connects us all and makes us too much better than the parts. Chief Marketing Officer Beth Comstock said. So, what Chief Marketing Officer said, G brand is what connects us all and make us so much better than the parts. So, G is helping everyone. That's what the marketing officer was saying. Today, General Electric operates in a wide range of industries, including power, water, oil and gas, energy management, aviation, healthcare, transportation, home and business solutions, and capital. So, G now is very big conglomerate, and they are into almost all the big categories of the segment. As a result, the firm sells a diverse array of products and services from home appliances to jet engines, security systems, wind turbines, and financial services. Its revenues topped 146 billion in 2013, making it so large that its largest business units could rank separately in the Fortune 200. If G were a country, it would be the 50th largest in the world ahead of Kuwait, New Zealand, and Iraq. So you can see the business segment: energy, power, digital, lighting, healthcare, renewable, oil and gas, global research, and aviation. So there are some questions. Discuss GE's B2B marketing strategy. Why has the company been so successful over the years at targeting such a large business audience? Second question: have eco imagination and healthy imagination successfully communicated GE's focus on its newer endeavors? Why or why not? First, thing about GE's B2B marketing strategy. Why has company been so successful? GE's B2B marketing strategy was successful because GE used to understand customer expectation. GE used to help customer in solving their problems. GE used to do research, innovation, and come up with the new technology to solve the problems of the other businesses, and that helped uh, GE in growing. In one of the slide, it is written, it is said that it is shown that because of B2B segment, GE were having financial issues, financial problems, and B2B segment created or give them earn them lot of revenues. So that's why they come out of the financial poor financial situation. So B2B strategy was very successful for GE as they were having good technology, good research history, innovative culture, and good skilled manpower. Now, second question is about G's eco imagination and healthy imagination, and whether they successfully communicated G's focus on its newer endeavor. Yes, eco imagination and healthy imagination were important. Eco imagination was important because that time there were a lot of greenhouse gases which are polluting the environment, and the earth or the world is under the threat. Lot of countries were facing bad effects due to the greenhouse gases or this air pollution, and we wanted new products to be green products, and that's why uh, GE wanted to take their products portfolio or revenue from 10 billion dollar to 20 billion dollar in 5 years. So they were strongly focusing on the eco imagination. They also stopped or sold their loss making businesses so that they can focus on profit making business, and within that they should able to provide green products to the world. So it shows that GE General Electric is very serious about eco imagination. Now, healthy imagination is that they were having good technology, good research, and innovative culture. So, in the health sector, the population of the world was increasing. People were facing many health issues, and there was huge scope in the health segment. That's why they entered into the health category, and they started developing equipments for the health segment, and they started preparing, innovating medical equipments which will help the patients and doctors. So, and they started innovating such products. So that's why they gave this campaign name Healthy Imagination. So this is all for General Electric. Thank you so much for watching this case study.